If you're past 52, you've probably been fed the same myth your peak is over. You feel it when the younger guys at work stop asking what you think. You hear it in your doctor's voice when the talk shifts from building strength to managing decline. You notice it when women who once noticed you now breeze by, and yeah, it stings, but you swallow it like you're expected to. Here's the real story. You're not finished, you're finally formidable. For the first time, you've got mileage lesson scars and perspective. Most of all, you're out of minutes to waste. This isn't a pep talk. It's a call to arms not to fight the world, but to step into your final form. The culture cheers for youth. Stoicism points to something deeper. As years stack up, you should get harder to shake. What does that look like in the real world? Not robes and theory, but everyday moves. Let's get into it. 1. The power of stillness. Why older men hold the real leverage. Young men sprint at everything, money dates status, fast cars louder, takes more likes. It's ambition wrapped in chaos. An older man learns stillness. Stillness isn't doing nothing, it's controlled force. It's knowing 91% of the chase doesn't matter and the other 9% isn't for sale. Picture this. The office is buzzing, Slack is pinging, everyone's chasing the urgent. You sip your coffee, breathe, and act on what actually moves the needle. Like an older lion by the waterhole, you don't run first, you choose your moment. When you're still, you stop bleeding energy trying to fix everyone, impress strangers, or win approval. You shift from reacting to being present. You don't need the loudest voice, you need the quiet that says, "I've seen the edge and didn't blink." That calm becomes gravity. People feel it. At a Thanksgiving table in the States, a tea break in the UK, or by the hockey rink in Canada, your steadiness changes the room. Stillness turns you into the man others orbit. 2. Reclaiming discipline. How the second half becomes your prime. Men peak in their 30s. Says who? Most men peak the moment they master themselves. Your 60s can be your prime if you return to discipline, not bootcamp cosplay dignity. Move your body every morning. Eat like your future is watching because it is. Stop renting your attention to breaking news and cheap dopamine. Start the day with silence, a walk, a page in a journal, a cold shower, not for trends, for clarity. Sunrise walk, black coffee, or a flat white if you're in Melbourne, phone on, do not disturb. By 8 a.m., you've done more for your mind and body than most do all day. Build your cathedral of thought, books over junk feeds, deep work over scrolls. The older you get, the louder your actions echo. Discipline turns passing time into compounding power. 3. Unapologetic masculinity. Let them call it intimidating. Every man hits a crossroads shrink to fit the trend or become a mountain people walk around. You don't owe softness on demand. You don't owe scripted politeness to folks who haven't walked your path. The modern world often asks older men to apologize for being direct, having standards, or not riding every emotional wave. Your solid energy. Your too much presence is exactly what a thinning culture needs. No need to bark. No need to debate, just stand without folding. You're at a crowded airport. Tension's high. You speak slowly, clearly, and keep eye contact until the other person looks away. You're not cruel, you're centered. That's rare now, and rare has value. Take up space, sit grounded, shoulders back. Unapologetic presence is leadership without a microphone. 4. The woman question. Stop chasing. Start attracting. After 52, the chase gets dull. Games feel cheap. You're done performing, you want to be met. Here's the twist: when you quit chasing, you start attracting. Not the flaky kind or the status hunters, the rare woman who notices your quiet power and leans in. It happens when you live from the inside out. Self-contained men are magnetic men who don't beg for approval because they're already whole. At a neighborhood cafe, Starbucks line in the US, a small cafe in Dublin, you stand relaxed, shoulders, loose eyes, calm. You're not dressing like you're 25. You own the gray, wear the wisdom, and speak from your chest. That's compelling. You're not invisible, you're selective. Wholeness attracts what chasing never will. 5. Legacy mode. Time to become the man. They mention when you're gone. This chapter isn't an ending. It's when everything counts. The chats you have, the standard you keep, the way you treat younger men when nobody's watching this is the ledger. Most guys want to be remembered for a paycheck, a title, or a car. Real legacy is the change you sparked without being asked. What did you teach? What did you tolerate? Who did you shield? Who did you become? A younger coworker asks at a Sunday barbecue, who taught you how to handle pressure? Let your name be the answer. Live now as the quote they'll repeat at your funeral. Legacy is built in private and spoken in public. You're not past your prime. You're in the age of power where calm cuts deeper than noise, and presence beats any flex, but you've got to claim it. If this hit something in you, if it reminded you of strength you parked for too long, type "I'm not done" in the comments. Tell me where you're starting stillness, discipline, or legacy. I read every single one. If you want more real-world Stoic tactics for the second half of life, subscribe and stick around. We don't need more chatter. We need men who walk with purpose, speak with weight, and live for legacy. Remember, age doesn't soften steel, it tempers it.